In the last video, we looked on how to create an account if we didn't have one and then sign in through the Google website. So again, if I go back to Google and I want to sign in, so if I click up here, I'm actually already signed in. Now you can see it says Mr. because we made Mr. Shaw. So let's sign out. Let's try signing in again. Now this time I'm going to show you what would happen if, whoopsie. So we want to sign in with another account. So if I wanted to sign in through my board account, which in WRDSB, we've actually subscribed to the Google Suite. So when you click in and you just sign in, it goes right to my school login. So now I just am going to use my actual login to get onto my district's school sites. And I'm into now my school login. And if I open this Google Drive, you're going to see that it's actually far more complete than the last one we were looking at. I don't organize mine overly well, but if I open it up here, we've got quick access, which these are the items that I've been looking at recently. If I scroll down, we've got all of the folders that I've created, so you can see all the different folders. Let's make it a list here. It's a little bit easier to see. And then below that would go down to any documents that I've created or have used. Okay, the other nice thing about the drive is that anything that's shared with you goes into this file here. So I've got some things that have been shared, so assignments and things like that. Anything that's shared within the classroom goes here as well. So let's just say that I wanted to share a document. The great thing is if you're signed in through, so we're just going to create, let's call this test. So test, and let's go like that. And now that document's going to be created right into my drive. And I want to share it with some members of my department. Ooh, whoops. So let's go last modified by me. Just so that it pops up. There's test. Kind of two ways to do it. If I have test not open, but I know I want to share it with people, you can click on this little plus button within your Google Drive. So here, there's get shareable link, which means if I want to link this item to a website or something like that, if I click on this, up will pop. So link sharing off. So let's put link sharing on. So right now, anyone within my board can grab that link. I can actually change that setting if I go right into sharing. I click here. Now I can change anyone at the board, anyone within the board. I can click more, anyone on the web, no sign-in required, anyone with the link, anyone with the board, anyone on a board computer, and really no sharing. Okay, so with that link, so if I click anyone on the web with the link, click save. There's the link. All I have to do is click copy link, and now I can input that link into a website, onto a sheet, onto a presentation that I'm sharing with my students, and they can get to that test. Or if I wanted to share it with my colleagues, same thing. Let's say I wanted to share it with somebody, and I wanted them to be able to edit it. If they're within the board, I can share just by typing their name in. All that's going to do is going to bring up everybody within the board. Now Cam Elsden is somebody that I've recently shared items with, but then anybody named Cam would come up. If I wanted to share by email, I could share with Mr. Shaw, gpss@gmail.com, hit enter, and now it's going to share it with that person. The only thing that I need to do is click send. If I don't want them to be able to edit, I can click can view. That means they can only see the item. Or can comment. That means they can comment on the item, but they can't actually edit it. I click send. I'll get a little message because they're not part of our G Suite organization, but it's going to allow them to actually see it when I click yes. So now it's sending it to them. So now that little buddies thing beside it tells me that I've shared that item. Okay, and that's just one of the unique things about the Google Drive. Any other app that you use is going to be in this little waffle. Okay, now when I go back to Google, So if I go to google.com, that waffle is always there. So I can go to my classrooms, I can go to documents, I can go to sheets, slides, anything that I use within the Google suite is all going to be at the top here in this waffle. It's a really unique opportunity to access anything you want. And you can add different Google apps. There's all sorts of different things you can add by just clicking search and adding a shortcut.